Hey, good afternoon. It's Peter Simmons talking to you today about how to turn your passions into profits. So, what if you could take something that you love doing and turn it into a profitable income stream? So, whether it's making jewelry or doing eBay or painting, or you're a musician or an artist or an author, or you just have a great idea for a new product and you want to turn it into an income stream. Well, I can help you turn it into a part-time income stream, full-time income stream, side gig, or even a fortune. So the way I learned to do this, I graduated with a degree in film and television and photography, and I went on to work at what I love, and I generated in that particular business $10 million worth of revenue. But along the way, I worked with CEOs and VPs of marketing, and all the skills they taught me I turn them into my own use, and now I'm going to put them so you can use them. And the thing is that even an individual can work with all these techniques. So let's take a look at how you can build your passions into profits. Let's go. So let's take a look at what we've got here. It's passions into profits. How do you do that? At the top of your screen, you see the website where my workshop, you can sign up for my workshop. So now let me take you around the steps that we go through with my clients. Okay. The first step you see on the right there at the top is joy and passion. So that's what you're going to start with. What do you love to do? Let's say you're a photographer. You love that. You're a jazz musician. You're an author. You love making jewelry. You like shopping. You like fashion. Well, how can you turn this into a powerful income stream, part-time, full-time, or make a fortune? Well, the next thing is to look at what is the purpose of why you're doing it? This is very important. You're going to be doing a service for the world, like what I told my friend George, who's a wonderful artist. Okay, George Teshu. Look at his art. I'll put it on the screen for you. So, what I was telling him is when he does his paintings, yeah, he loves to do his paintings, but people get joy and a new direction in their life when they have one of his paintings on their wall. Because I know some people have bought them. So you want to look at what is your purpose and service. Now, the joy and the passion will determine which of these things around this profits, passions into profits wheel, the wheel you see in front of you, which things you utilize, because you're not going to utilize them unless they give you joy and help with your purpose in terms of serving the community. And that's where the value comes of what you're selling, because it serves the community in ways you may not even imagine. So that's what we do next. And in the workshop, one of my clients asked me, well, how do you determine which factors you work on in the wheel? This is the wheel of passions into profits. Well, you look at what brings you enjoyment. And of course, everything you're going to do won't be fun. Some of the things you have to do, like if you don't like doing bookkeeping, well, you just either do it, even though it's not your favorite thing, or you hire a great person to do that for you. And they turn their passion into profit. So the next thing is your skills history. So what I have my clients do in the workshop is run down all their skills, and I have specific mode how to do that. So you want to look back over your life and you want to see what were your base skills, the things that people hired you to do, things you were good at doing around the house, the things you did that everyone loved what you did. What are your skills and how they relate to history? And then in the workshop, I also create a column where people can fill in the revenue that they made doing that, because you want to look, and then you're looking for patterns. You want to look for patterns over your lifetime of what you've done, what skills you bring, and in particular, what gives you joy. Where are your passions? Now, the next spot on the wheel talks about your comfort level and your ambition. I alluded to that earlier. So let's say you want to do live networking. Let's say you run a health and wellness business and you want to give people samples of one of your products. and that's you just love wellness, you love helping people get healthy and wellness, but you're not comfortable doing live network. Well, you can learn to do it in a way that you are comfortable with, in a way that you do enjoy. And I'll be going over that in the workshop. But what you don't want to do is do something that you dislike. Like some people don't like social media. They don't get on social media. They don't feel comfortable with social media. So you want to take that off the wheel because I don't want you. And in my workshop, I deliver a custom plan with you and for you over the 8 or 12 weeks. We develop a custom plan. We're going over all these wheels and a lot of tools and resources. So then you have to look at what's your ambition, and there are no right or wrong answers here. So suppose you want an extra $200 a month, and that make a difference for you. You like to make jewelry, you'd like to make another $200 a month. Well, I can help you do that. Let's say you're an artist, you do paintings, and you turn them into greeting cards. You want to make an extra $1,000 a month. I can show you the path to do that. Or suppose you want to go full out, you want to make 10,000 a month with your passion. You can do that. And then if you want to start a business, do a startup, you can make a lot more than that. We'll get into all these things. So now let's step to the next set on the wheel, social media. Now in social media, what you're doing is you're generating and building an audience and a following, again, if you're comfortable with it. One of my clients designs custom products like coffee cups and mugs and t-shirts and rugs and pillowcases, things like that. Now he was trying to market his product just on his website without much social media, but what he needed to do is turn himself into a brand. Very interesting guy, a lot of interesting hobbies and things he does regarding fashion and food and cooking, and these things are his passionate lifestyle. So you can use social media to generate an interest in your lifestyle and then use ads or direct links to your website to sell your products. And we teach you all about how to do that. And each social media has a different characteristic. So when do you want to use Pinterest? When do you want to use YouTube? When do you want to use Facebook? And again, we customize this just for you. And then the next point on the wheel is live networking. Now that can be on the phone. One of my favorites is the new Alignable Connects on the social media platform Alignable, the largest small business uh, audience in the United States. They have a connect piece where you get on one-to-one and you explore for 7 minutes what you and the other person are doing. Great way to meet new partners and new customers. But live networking is very important to find out what you like and what you want to do. This is where we get back to your joy and your passion, your comfort level, your skills and history. If you don't like live networking, you're not going to be doing a lot of live networking, or maybe your skill set leads to presenting. Gather a group together live or on Facebook or YouTube Live, and you give a presentation. Maybe that's the way you do live network. Then we go on to the next spoke on the wheel, sales and promotion and public relations. Now, this is very, very powerful. Most of my clients said or say they don't like sales, they don't do sales. But this is probably incorrect because you have to ask yourself, if you saw a great movie and recommend it to a friend, you sold your friend in the great movie, but you don't like sales. The other thing to understand is very critical. When the word sales has gotten an ugly reputation because of some unsavory sales techniques that you have uh, been subject to over your lifetime a few times, I'm sure. But what we're talking about here is a different process. This is the process of creating a win-win situation. Okay. So let's say you make beautiful jewelry out of sea glass, which my friend Judy makes. So you make this glass jewelry and you love it. So a win for you would have someone else buy it at the appropriate price level. They are looking for wonderful, innovative jewelry, and they love the beach and they love beach glass. When you bring it to them at a live networking event through social media, through your website, or however you bring it, you are creating a win-win. You win and you sell one of your products. They win and they get what they love. This is the definition of sales, not the kind of thing you've heard about. And you may think you're afraid of sales. You may not be. You think you may be afraid of selling, quote unquote. But what you're not afraid of is recommending something to someone. So we determine those distinctions and help you do it. Now, promotion is something different. Promotion is you might want to use direct mail. You might want to use a postcard. You might want to put up flyers at your local grocery store. You might want to put up flyers on social media. And then there's public relations. This is a very big key for the small business or the individual business, because public relations we will teach you in the workshop. But basically, what you're doing is sending photos, videos, and articles and news releases to the local, national, or international press. And the media is so fractured now with 800 TV channels, 20, 40, 50 streaming services, millions of websites, that to find your niche and send content to people who need it. And we also go over promotion using influencers on social media and podcasts and becoming an influencer. So we'll look at those. But again, in the workshop, you get a custom report and a custom plan based on what you want. And the final spoke on the wheel is automation and scalability. How can you automate what you do? Can you have your jewelry made by a local craftsperson with your designs? Can it be made by a manufacturer? Can your prints and paintings be turned into giclée paintings, which are very, very beautiful? And then if you can do that, you can automate your product. How can you automate your marketing? When we talk about that, we go over the tools that are available for what are called sales funnels. You've probably heard of, but it's important to use all the spokes on the wheel. So I hope you learned a lot from this video, and let me know how I can help you. Message me through one of my websites at the top, and we will see you as you turn your passions into profits. See you next time.